Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be starting really early because I have 2 whole videos I'm going to be posting today. This video right here is going to be mostly, well, it's going to be exactly about how I told my parents, my friends, my baby daddy, that I was going to be having a baby. The very first person I told was, of course, the dad because he was there. And then I told my parents after that. The hardest thing actually was telling my parents because they didn't like the person I was with and they didn't want that for me, knowing how he was. I'm not going to actually get into that story, maybe later in the future, but I don't feel comfortable sharing that story. But anyways, telling my mom was fairly hard. Instead of, showing her the pregnancy test or having her buy my pregnancy test or anything like that, I personally went to the store and bought the pregnancy test myself, and I tested at the store rather than at home because I didn't want my parents to know if, it was negative, then they'd be worried about nothing and then get angry at me. So I decided to test in the store. And when it came back positive, I went and I told the dad. And then I actually did not tell my parents just yet. I waited until after I had gotten the confirmed pregnancy test back from the doctors before I told them. And instead of, just walking up to my parents and telling them, hey, I'm pregnant, instead, I handed them the piece of paper that the doctors gave me, which I personally feel like that was possibly the most immature way to tell your parents that you are pregnant. And my mom just went off on me because she hated him like so much, and she didn't want me to have to deal with something like that with somebody that she knew for sure that I wasn't going to be with forever or anything like that. Telling my dad was not quite as hard because at that point in time we weren't really getting along that well. But he just basically was he was just like, he was pretty upset with me. He just was like, okay, good for you. And then that was that. Telling the rest of my family was also very hard because I knew deep down inside that everybody was going to be extremely disappointed in me as a person for doing something so terrible that something's going to affect my life forever with such a terrible person. But I'm going to state now that I do not regret making the decision to keeping my child, because I love him to death. He is the greatest thing that has ever happened to me other than, aside of his brother. He is such a sweet and loving little boy. And soon, when I get into the whole daily vlogging stuff, you guys will actually be able to meet my children, my husband, and being able to come on this journey with me. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it.